Okay, so let's create the Blender interface that we require. Now you can either choose the pre-made animation or you can create your own. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the animation and I'm going to just adjust it slightly. So we currently have our camera perspective here, we have our scene here. I don't really think the scene is going to be necessary, I don't really use it at this point. So what I'm going to do is make this smaller. However, what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to go into my second scene and I'm going to select my rig and I'm going to move it back over to my original, what do you call these, layer. Sorry, completely forgot what it was called then. Layer. So for me, as I look around here, obviously I want these to be visible for now, so we're going to keep them visible, but I don't want the backdrop to be visible, so I'm just going to select the backdrop just for now, and I'm going to find where it's called plane, and I'm going to click this eye. As soon as I left click this eye, the backdrop becomes invisible, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Also, if I turn around, because obviously we've got the light source that might be getting in the way, I'm going to select the light source and I'm also going to hide it. And just by clicking this eye, we can hide and unhide whenever we want. So, panning around, we can now see our rig ready to be animated. The final thing I'm going to do is I'm now going to not close it necessarily, but I am going to shrink that very small, and I'm going to bring these across because they don't need to take up much of the room. I'm going to increase the size of the timeline. I'm going to increase the size of the F curve so that it reaches about halfway. And for me, that's my preferred setup. So I've got my outliner panel, but it's taken up a very small space so that I can always drag it out when I need to. I've got my 3D viewport so that we can create our animations. We've got our timeline, and then we've got the dope sheet and F curves so that we can edit the animations that we create.